Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing as the AUS, the American Union State. In the last stream, we finally defeated the USA and the CSA. The PSA is still alive, but we may well go and try and deal with them shortly. However, we have a couple of internal issues that we really need to deal with first, and that is primarily that our political power is really, really low, which is putting us in a disaster. No, we're just above getting a disaster, so we shouldn't be hit by that. But yeah, there will definitely be some problems. We are rebuilding the south, so we do have a bunch of these things to finish. I think we have some pretty hefty negative spirits as well. Recovering from the American Civil War, yeah, that's reducing our consumer goods factories. Is that the only one? That is apparently the only one. Alright, so it's not as bad as I kind of thought, but it's still pretty bad. Our armies are pretty strong. And by pretty strong, I mean our armies are really strong. And we should be in a fairly good position to hold off any attacks against us. And we may well want to consider which of our neighbours to go after. However, we won't be able to do any of that until we have political power to spend on justifications. So basically we just have to kind of sit back and wait for things to happen. Minister supports his ideology. That is not what I want to see. Who do we have that's... Oh, we actually have a bunch of people from a bunch of different parties. Well, that's not good. Need to do something about that. Hello everyone! Zor Oslo, Charles, Valnorian, Kickass. So, no, we don't want to let you support, but this will potentially put us over, in fact it will put us over the limit, so disaster incoming, potentially, if it resets in time. So while I'm waiting for the disaster, I'm just going to sit here and drink tea while the country burns. Ow, except the lid's really starting hot again. Ah! Do. There goes Wales again. Yeah, Wales is a problem. Wales just constantly capitulating. So they announced yesterday, was it? Or maybe the day before, that there are a bunch... Right, I had volunteers out, didn't I? I could totally be sending more volunteers out. Cool. So we've rebuilt the south. Let's rebuild something else. How about the west? It is time to rebuild the West, which betrayed America for the corrupt leaders in government and the old army led by MacArthur. However, now that the Civil War is over, it is time to help let the agricultural heartland recover. I might well send you off somewhere. I'll think about that in a minute. If I go through the long doctrine tree, the PSA and New England have a chance to be annexed peacefully. Oh, really? That would be even better. The new America, I assume. Or the new Constitution. Well, if we could reintegrate them peacefully, that would be pretty cool. So we will be going down long doctrine once we have finished doing the recovery. Because I think it's long as this one... Yeah, it gets rid of political Wait, is political conflicts the bad one? Places internal conflicts. Is internal conflicts the one that we're having? No, it's not, is it? It's recovering. Do I think cultures are irrelevant to Hearts of Iron? Yeah, pretty much. Hello, Mammoth. Lord Silverrose, a little bit to the right. Not the Constitution tree, the diplomacy tree. Oh, right, these ones. Long doctrine. Manifest Destiny? Ah, here we go. Reclaiming the Pacific, reclaim New England, reclaim the Southwest. And Hawaii. And Alaska. Interesting. Well, that could certainly put us at odds with the Entente, which I am totally okay with. Non-aggression with Afghanistan, non-aggression with Turkestan. Nah. Oh! I'm in the war, aren't I? I just remembered. I'm fighting Russia. That's why my troops just came home. So I was the one that was holding Germany. We then joined the war because we had the opportunity to do so, and Germany refused to call us in against the Commune and instead chose to call us in against Russia. Like, I would love to join the Second World Krieg, but they refused to let me join. So, yeah, Germany, GG. So I should be trying to set up some kind of conflict against Russia. Although how exactly I'm going to do that without just getting cut off over here, I'm not entirely sure yet. Could attack them via... It's not easy to get there. It's really not easy to get there. Because we have lost the Panama Canal, which means I can't go through there. So we would have to join their front over here. Probably up here in the north, which sounds like a terrible idea. Or over here. Or I could just, you know, not. I'm not going to get involved. If Germany wants to commit suicide, Germany can be free to commit suicide. It's not my problem. I tried to help you. You didn't let me. Right, the other thing which I'm doing, I believe, is upgrading the number of the American Patriotic Freedom Fighters I have. So I think you need to be upgraded to that. And we should, yeah, we have plenty of heavy tanks. So all of the infantry units are now with heavy tanks, which is awesome. We need to be producing medium tanks. Do I have the tech to do that? Heavy tank, medium tank. I'm going to beef that up to the top because I really want to focus that. And then the other one that we need to do is mechanized, which we are currently researching. But we could certainly start building some heavy tanks. No, medium tanks. So I might reduce the number of heavies we're doing. No, we're still going to need more. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start adding some heavy tanks to these guys. Because it is just a straight upgrade. Hoping Jerry falls so we can see the African focus tree. Yeah, one of these days I will need to play as the Middle Africa. Oh, something's happening. Wow, things are moving slowly. Why are things moving so slowly? Did someone just get split out? Didn't think so. Fall of Kiev, apparently something did. Russia took 15 states, Communist France took 7 states, and Ukraine was annexed. That is going to be extremely bad for Germany, though. Germany's gone. Germany is officially gone. So it's me and Lithuania apparently keeping the war going against Russia, so I had absolutely no reason to join this war. That's really kind of frustrating. I don't think I have any of my autosave slots left because I did a multiplayer in the meantime. I do, actually. I have a feeling that that's going to be before I joined Russia. I'm going to load that, because this whole thing with Germany not letting me join the war, I don't want to be at war with Russia, that's ridiculous. Maybe white peacetime. Peace treaties in this game are stupid. Usually they just won't accept. So I'm not even going to bother. That is... No, I'm at war with Russia. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Some pop-ups came up, so I think that's just a PP20. That's a bug, so I should have 20 more political power than I actually do. So that's fine. Okay, so we're back in this position. We're not at war. So my reserves are still over here fighting the good fight. Trying and failing, really, to hold France back, but we can certainly try. And really, it's kind of the fall of the Ukraine is when this war ends, so there we go. Asked about culture because I think world conquest should be impossible temporarily in any paradox strategies without culture conversion. Still hard to find, as easiest to do. Yeah, I mean, world conquest in this is laughably easy. So much so that I tend to get bored when it it looks like it's going to be feasible. Right, so we just got something, but we don't have mechanized yet. And that looks like the slot that we were using to get mechanized. Do I have... I was going to say, do I have any companies I want to use to get mechanized? And the answer is simply no. So we're going to do that. And we're producing old guns. Let's change that. Am I making medium tanks? I am. Let's go ahead and stick those at the top. Right. Syndicate threat. Fall of Berlin. With the fall of Berlin, serious questions for the American Union security were raised. Syndicate domination of Europe was not the American Union's best interest. Debate as to what the action the AUS should take was becoming a major issue. Most were in favour of supporting Germany in its war against the syndicates, but an isolationist movement was forming to keep America out of the foreign war. So we could go neutral, which will make the Germans and the Entente like us less. We could send support, which will cost us political power and manpower, which isn't really going to help. We could declare war on the Commune of France, which just puts us in the fight. Or we could join Mitteleuropa. Now, we know that joining Mitteleuropa doesn't actually work, because that's what we did last time. I'd still kind of like the idea of just going to war with the syndicates. And this is the other option, so we're going to do that one instead. Now I'm actually at war with the syndicates. Alright, that's what I wanted. Like, the war against Russia, irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Right, so now I am seeing my way clear to actually get involved. And to that end, I think I'm going to try and do a fairly significant landing up here to just try and keep Germany in the war. First things first, would you give me military access? Yes, yes you would. Secondly, how is their navy looking? Irrelevant and irrelevant. Cool, so let's grab our navy. Although we can't actually get that far out. So let's go ahead and cancel their current orders and say search and destroy. Out here. 1, 2. I thought it said cancel. That means cancel that one too. Let's try that again. Search and destroy. 1, 2, 3. So that should keep this all secure so we can't get naval invaded. Next up, I'm going to grab Fiddler's Reach. And you are going to be given the... Well, once we've got the military access. I can't sail to your... Oh, wait, maybe I can. I need you guys to double time over to here. I'm probably also trottling. I mean, I do want to upgrade you to have the heavy tanks. And then I think I'm going to send trottling to Norfolk. Like so. And then the new army, which is the militia. Right, yeah, you guys are just kind of my backups. I might even try and retrain you as the tank commanders when we get it. Non-aggression with Germany. I will accept that one. Non-aggression with Canada. No. Alright, units are on their way. Hopefully once we reach a port, we will be able to send troops over. Do Scotland and Wales have any divisions? Probably not. Nope. Nope. Field Hospital. Armoured Spearhead. Cool. Wales has been called into the war against us, and we have field hospitals. It is 1940. So I should be looking at 1940 technologies, of which there are actually quite a few. Aeroplanes. How are we doing with aircraft? We're not doing great. We definitely want fighter 2s. I don't think I care about waiting for that company. And then the next one, do we want better ships? Probably. Let's get some better light cruisers and deal with them. Non-aggression pact with Lithuania. Yes. France. No. Australasia. No. Estonia. Yes. So with the Germans we are. With Ireland. Ireland's on Germany's side. Yes. Finland is also on Germany's side. Deutsche Mittelafrika. Sultanate of Morocco. Portugal. Entente. No. Caribbean. No. India. No. New England. No. Ukraine. Yes. Hey, 94th men. Alright, good. So forces are beginning to arrive, which is excellent. And then we'll be able to just go ahead and send you overseas into the war in Europe. Hopefully I can sail to German ports. That's the one thing that could sink us here. Except I think they've just peaced out. I think they've just lost. Massive amount of lag just happened. Yeah. Damn it! Oh, but I could still... No, I couldn't. Because they controlled Denmark. Alright, so I cannot join the war in Europe. We were too late. Ukraine's still likely to lose. Alright, so the war is going to continue. No, it's in... hang on. Yeah, Ukraine is still... Volunteers have returned home. Fine. Yeah, there's just too much going on for the Germans. At least these guys didn't die. That's a good thing. Let's have you guys rejoin Trottling, actually. Storm the OB, land in Wales. We can't actually reach at the moment. So what are my options? Yes, I could open up a new front by invading them. Or I could wait until I've actually got my medium tank divisions and really take the fight to them. So these armoured divisions are the light tanks, or medium tanks, I think, right? Yes, they are kind of poor. Also, you're the fast guys, you should really be that one. I have a feeling I was supposed to be adding more over time as I got more of them available. How many medium tanks am I doing? I'm still negative 1.2 thousand, so never mind. And we're still waiting for the mechanized. Wales has capitulated again. Rebuilding the south. Okay, good. So now we can go and work on the west. Like so. I'm really actually quite annoyed I can't land in Germany. That's kind of scuppered that plan. We could... Why can I send volunteers? We're in a war. Oh, that's Spain wanting to send them to me. No, that's pointless. Because they'll just sit in America. That's basically saying we want to keep these troops out of the war. Yeah, you guys are at peace now. And are you just fighting the Entente? No. The rest of Mitteleuropa is still fighting. It's just Germany that's bailed. If there were an easier place to land, I would totally do that. I mean, it basically has to be Europe, because I have no Pacific states to sail that way. Union of Britain's so easy, so weak when they split, they should really update that. Yeah, I would agree. 100% agree. No, I don't want your volunteers. Use them in the actual war. Stop trying to send your men on holiday. It's annoying. Also, I'm losing a ton of political power. You're gaining me some. You're irrelevant. You're really good. You are terrible. Oh no, but you're producing political power. So the reason I am so low on political power is what? I have high party popularity. Oh, it's the recovering from the American Civil War. That's what's costing me. That is not a nice modifier. I just need to finish these focuses as soon as possible. Please show Germany in exile focus tree. It's really not very big. In fact, it's tiny. Our Darkest Hour is just event-based. Nuclear tech upgrade, aircraft tech. You get Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck as your government leader. That's kind of cool. Old enemies, new allies. You team up with the Entente. Yeah, Germany's trying to join the Entente. Interesting. Or they can go independent and try and take France out. It's just good business. One of the few things to come out of that terrible, terrible Pirates of the Caribbean film. I just love that quote. But it's just good business. What little do we have left? Civilian factories, military factories, civilian factories, infrastructure, factories. So loads of potential to build factories here in Africa. So that's going to be quite a big upgrade to Africa, actually. Africa Core. Recruitable population factor, recruitable population, and you get some free guns. That just doubles down on it. With museum pieces, that's hilarious. And then rights for service. Even more recruitable population factor. Or... oh, I see, that's just the pop cap with the recruitable population, or that's just the recruitable population. So there must be some kind of downside for that. Replace expanded Africa Core with Askari rights for service. Effective change that, I see. So why would you take no compromises? There doesn't really seem to be an upside for that one. Alright, onwards. No, I don't want non-aggression with Canada. Oh, how the hell am I going to invade this? I mean, it would have to be a naval invading. The problem is that I'm so far away. I can't just send troops over. Poland. Poland's doing the war. Oh, wow. No manpower, though. They're kind of screwed. I would accept that one, though. Because you were German, right? You're not actually allied with anybody right now. Do they have national spirits? No. None. So, what of my ships right now have such a poor range? I'm going to guess it's the destroyers. Where's range? There it is. 4,000, you're fine. 3,000, you're fine. 2,400, it's getting a bit lower. 1,800. And then the old destroyers, 1,500. So yeah, I need to get rid of the old destroyers. So I might use the old destroyers to just patrol, and then see how much further out we can get. So I'm just going to split out all of the destroyers like that. And then this is going to be like my actual combat fleet, and this is just going to be my destroyer patrol. These can be the Coast Guard. There we are, Coast Guard. So with the Coast Guard fleet, you are going to need an admiral. Ernst King. The retreat decision chance is quite a good one for you, I think. And we're just going to have you on patrol in those three. Or I could literally have you as the Coast Guard, just in case someone gets through. You know what, we're going to do that. So let me just cancel you. Patrol, 1, 2, 3. That's our shore now protected. Then you still can't get any further out. Damn it! I'm gonna have to deal with Canada. Or I just need to upgrade my ships so that we can get a lot more range. That's probably the main thing. So the light cruiser range is 4,000. That's the same as my aircraft carriers. Yours is 4,500. Heavy cruisers, I think, might actually be one of the longest. 5,000. Battle cruisers, what I meant to click on. 5,000. Battleship, 6,000. Carrier, 6,000. I don't know if 6,000 is going to be enough. It must be. It must be. So really I should be using heavy cruisers for their 4,500 range. And your 4,000 isn't bad. We'll try and build a couple of light cruisers and see how far they can get us. Why do I never use music or any music? Yeah, copyrights. It's just something I don't want to deal with. So if I'm not uploading to YouTube, I do tend to play with music. But YouTube is such an arse at the moment that I just don't want to deal with it. So if it's just for Twitch, I do tend to play with music. If it's going up onto YouTube, though, no, not worth it. Non-aggression White Ruthenia? Yes. You guys are still fighting? Oh, get in. So the Sindhis haven't won yet. And I have a feeling that the Entente's basically just going to be wasting their resources. I may as well get you guys back into your battle lines over here until we're actually ready to do something. So you go in and threaten the Mexicans down here. And you go and threaten the Pacific States over here. Like so. Mostly just so you can get some more planning preparation. Okay. So we are just building a bunch of infrastructure. Are we just getting up to tier 10s? We are. Or level 10s. Is there a reason that I'm not building factories? Why am I not building factories? I have no idea. Why am I not building factories? That's kind of weird. Because I totally could be. There's no negative modifiers, it's all positive. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some factories there and there. Let's get our industry up and running, shall we? And let's stick you at the top. No idea why I was doing the infrastructure. I mean, I know why I'm doing infrastructure. Infrastructure is awesome. But isn't it just Sabaton music, copyright problematic on YouTube? Paradox makes the songs. Yeah, Sabaton, Paradox do their own music, but unscrupulous companies still put out false copyright claims, which you still have to deal with. I mean, ultimately we'll get the money back for it, but it's just a headache I don't want to deal with. That's honestly the main reason. I just don't want to deal with arses. Right, so we have got mechanized, so we need to start producing some of those. In the meantime, I'm going to wait until we've got the light cruiser, and then I'm going to develop that heavy cruiser. Do these increase range? I don't think so. No. We're already working on the fighter. We could do some strategic bombing of the communists. That's not actually a bad idea. We can try and participate in disguise. So strategic bombers and heavy fighters. You know what? I kind of like that idea. We're going to do that. Though my industrial muscle isn't quite there yet, but damn it, we're America. We can outproduce everyone. So medium tanks are being produced. I need to start queuing up some mechanized, which are going to go to the top. And we're going to say, I want all of those. Regular guns. How many regular guns do we have? Only 8,000. We don't actually have a huge number. I think I'm going to reduce the heavy tank production even more. Those guys seem fine. I might actually reduce you to 1. Number of fighter ones. I think we're going to beef you up to 3. Artillery is going to stay like that, and then we've got a bunch here. Okay, fine. The other thing is that we need to buy in resources from the German government in exile. Will help you build up. Although I also need these resources to export things. You know what? No. We're not doing that. We're just going to build. Everything's going to be focused on construction. Okay, so we've rebuilt the west. So let's go and do the southwest. Midwest. And then we should be able to do the New America.